up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. And yeah, in today's video, well, I've got my latest 60 wide. Well, actually, it's a car this time. Actually, it might be a truck. I mean, it's technically like an SUV, which is a car, but it's built mostly on like a truck frame, at least the older one. So I guess my latest 60 wide vehicle, yeah, a Mercedes G Wagon. Yeah, this is a model that I've been wanting to build for like a really long time now, ever since I built my Defender Moc, which is like a really long time ago. Actually, it's probably like my first video or something, but ever since I built that, I wanted to build one of these in sort of like a similar scale. So yeah, that's what I did. I actually did build this model like mostly digitally. It's actually much easier because you don't really need like all the parts in real life to like prototype, and you can just do it online with like basically unlimited parts and then buy the parts. I use Bricklink Studio Stud.io, whatever you want to call it, which yeah, I highly recommend to you guys if you don't know what it is. Yeah, back to the model here. Well, one of the highlights is definitely the front. You know, the thing that actually sparked this was like this grille design here, which just uses these round plates kind of like stacked up. Yeah, it really emulates like the design of the newer G-Wagon front grills. And then yeah, it's just followed by these brackets here on the side, I guess finishes up the look, and I guess it's like a place to mount the headlight. Below that is another feature of this model, which I mean took me quite a while to design, but you know, I actually think it came out looking pretty good as well. It's actually fully removable, as you can see. You know, the basis for this design is basically using these like 4 2x2 wedge plates. Basically, to mount them, I actually got these like little Technic spacers, which are actually really helpful. As yeah, this little spacer is like the same height as like the width of a 1x1 brick. Basically made it the perfect width where I could attach these clips and then put on these like little 1x1 pieces to make the side vents. And yeah, I was quite proud of that design actually. When it comes to opening features, well, this baby's got two of them. One of them is its opening hood, and then the other is its opening rear door, which is coincidentally pretty much the same as my old Defender Moc, which had the exact same two functions. So yeah, I actually wasn't planning on making an opening hood at first because I was going to use these little like wedge plates to create the hood, because the real one has like kind of that outward slant. But yeah, that didn't really look quite right, so I went with one of these slanted ones, and even though it doesn't have those wedges, I still think it looks pretty good. And you know, of course, the bonus of that is the opening hood. Once it's opened, you can see that the engine, well, it isn't really too detailed, but I did what I could because basically I had to use the brackets and just the parts that are holding up the front like as the engine design. So yeah, I didn't really have too much room to work here, but I mean, I tried my best. I do also think that if you made a version of this G-Wagon in black, which as you can see on this computer right here, I actually made like two Brabus versions, which are actually in black. You know, I think you could get the engine to look a bit better if you made it like silver. And if the car was black, I think it would just pop a little bit better. But second opening feature is this rear door right here, which of course has that iconic spare tire, which also acts as like a handle for humans to open, even though it does have that little other door handle on the side. It uses kind of a complex mechanism actually. This is sort of like, I don't know, I think this would be like a 1, 2. It uses a triple hinge system, which yeah, is a bit complex and can sort of allow the door to open in like these really crazy angles, but unfortunately, I couldn't really do it with just like a double hinge. But yeah, with this design, it does open pretty smoothly. Well, with the door open, now you can see the inside. And well, it appears that I forgot to build the interior once again. Yeah, that's kind of like a reoccurring theme in some of my mocks. A lot of times I just build the exterior, and you know, I think it looks so good that I just sort of forget to build the interior. But I'm probably not going to make an interior for this mock because I don't really want to. I'm probably not going to make an interior for this mock because I think you guys could probably make a good one too if you decide to build this. Also, I haven't tested if it fits a minifig yet. I guess I'll try to test that right now as well. Yeah, I'm just going to open it up. Oh crap, it broke. Another feature that I actually forgot to say, like that I found while opening this roof, is that yeah, these side windows are actually attached via these like hinge pieces right here, and it's actually a technique that I got from the Lego set for like the Stranger Things Chevy Blazer, and it actually works really well and doesn't require too much pieces, so I use it on this. But anyways, now back to the minifig. We're just gonna get this guy in real quick. Problem is the roof also kind of has to attach to the windows, so it's gonna be a bit of a challenge getting it back in. And yeah, well, it looks like it does fit a minifigure. The thing is, if I were to build an interior in this, with the minifig kind of leans back like this, I don't know if I'd be able to like make seats and fit a minifig, or at least good looking seats, but you can always just put like a backrest up there, and I think that would look pretty good. Yeah, that was basically the interior, but there is one more feature of this car that I do want to talk about, and that would actually be the wheels right here, which you might have caught in the intro or in any of the other clips in this video. But it's basically just two of these 2x2 round plates, and then basically a 1x1 stud with one of those newest Speed Champions like what do you call it, like wheel cover on it. Basically, it gives the illusion of like red brakes or like kind of like a red inside, which I mean isn't really based off of like any real thing, but I think it does give like a really nice pop of color. And especially on like if you put this on like a supercar or something, I think it would look really good. I actually did put this technique on my latest Aventador, which I built in lime green, which I might feature in like another video. But yeah, it does use these wheels. Right in front of the wheels as well, you know, it's got the classic G Wagon exhaust, like the 2 dual exhausts on each side, which I mean was kind of a no-brainer to recreate on this model. And yeah, it uses these binocular pieces, which is pretty simple, but I mean replicates the real one pretty accurately. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much all I have to say about this model right here. Now let's move on to the build tutorial.